Tammy Beilstein. Welcome to Tammy's Window on Calaveras. I'm here today with Forrest and Pat Kaunert, and they are here to talk about the Mark Twain Wild West Fest, which is going to be taking place in downtown Angels Camp on October 21st. I am really excited about this event. They were telling me a little bit about it before the cameras started, and there is a lot to talk about. Before I forget, I got to show this poster. Is that a good-looking poster or what? Do you guys have these hanging up yet around town, or is it a little too early?
They're going up as we speak.
Okay. Look for these. Really nice. You have everything on here. Okay. Now, you are the co-chair of the Mark Twain Wild West Fest committee, and you are on the committee and have been on the committee for years?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys are such busy people. It is so neat, I think, when community members do things like this. You guys bring everyone together. You teach all of us our history, and you do it in a fun way. Because, you know what, not all of us are into sitting down and reading books, or I like watching old movies and things like that, but they're not always so accurate. But being there and hearing the music and eating the food and seeing the outfits and all of that, you learn so much. So tell me why you wanted to start this, or how did it begin?
Well, it started about in 2012 when we celebrated the centennial of Angels Camp as a city. And we just called it the Centennial Celebration. Okay. And then that kind of grew into Gold Rush Day because it was such a good event. And it allows us to close Main Street, because that's Highway 49.
Yeah.
So it's the only time during the year that Main Street is closed for the full day. And then with the publication of the book, Mark Twain's 88 Days in the Motherlode, and the film, it just sort of grew into the Mark Twain Wild West Fest. And last year was the first year under that name, and it was a big success. We had about 5,000 people down there from the camp.
5,000?
Yeah, which is great for Angels Camp.
Wow.
And this year we expect it to be even better.
Oh my gosh, 5,000 is huge.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Mostly local people, or did you find people coming from out of the area?
No, we had people from all over.
Wow.
Yes, so a lot of out-of-towners, and most of the hotels were fully booked.
That's
and
great.
So it really was a good event.
That is so great. Does the museum stay open that day also?
Yes, they do, and they have Henry Angel's trading post down in the Gold Rush Village, and Henry Angel is roaming around, and then they have all sorts of things going on in Henry Angel's tent, too. So people
Angel's, I'm guessing, is the
founder of Angels Camp.
That's it. I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah. So we have a Henry Angel reenactor as well.
Oh, that's so
But the
great.
star of the show, of course, is Mark Twain.
Yes, of course, of course. Now, Pat he's so well known for doing this. I mean, he goes around and he does this here, but I know you go everywhere. You go to talk to the school kids, you talk to adults, you do shows everywhere. You're so well known.
I do shows, pardon?
And loved.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know, I do shows all through Central California, Northern California, and over into Western Nevada. So I do shows all over, and right now I'm here today as the mining Mark Twain.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I've been spending some time over in the wilds of Mormon Creek and Jackass Hill.
Yeah.
And I've got my ears open and my eyes open for possibly, let's just say I'm prospecting for stories.
Oh, for stories.
Yes. Okay. I'll need a few new ones, for the festival.
So will you be walking around telling your stories, or will you be in one place and
Yes,
people can come to you to
Yes,
hear
I
the
will.
stories?
I'll be strolling around, meeting folks, taking pictures and getting posted on Facebook.
Good.
And also telling stories, and here a few one-liners, of course, now and then.
Those are awesome.
And in between the music, I'll be taking the stage and telling a few stories, including the jumping frog of Calaveras.
Oh, great. Is it going to cost us anything to have our picture taken with you?
Not a dime.
Oh, great.
And he's very popular.
Yes, he is. Yes,
by young and old.
Yes, yeah. Well, especially the women. Yeah.
Well, now the entertainment, the music that we have is, I guess you would call it California Western music, but it's not country Western. It's the old cowboy songs of old California. Like back in the rancho era,
Right.
and the gold rush. And so we've got Pat Carnahan with the Black Irish Band.
Oh, you
And
do?
yes. We've got them, and they will be doing all the Gold Rush songs of the 1850s.
Oh my gosh, how did you luck out and get him?
Oh, well, we have actually 5 nationally recognized acts, all free, 3 stages of
That's
music, professional stages. And we have David Rainwater and the Sierra Mountain Band.
Oh my God.
Right.
We have Sourdough Slim, who, of course, plays at the, has been at the, in Ely for the Cowboy Poetry
That's
Festivals.
gigantic, yeah.
And we have Ernie Seitz, the Yodeling Cowboys, coming in from Idaho. And one more, 5.
The Old West Trio.
Oh, West Trio, yes. And they rotate every 40, they do a set of 45 minutes on, say, the main stage,
Okay.
and then move to the end of Main Street to the next stage and do another 45 minutes. And so with the 5 of them, they'll play, I think it's 4, they have 4 sets during the day.
That blows me away. Having one of those show up would have been huge.
Yeah.
I can't believe you got all of them.
And this is all free.
Wow.
Yeah, all free.
The entertainment.
Except for the food or whatever you buy
Right.
at the
That's
craft.
incredible, you guys.
The entertainment that we are projecting with this festival is a gold rush of music. I mean, it really is fabulous. And like Ann was saying, several of these performers have also performed at the National Cowboy Poetry Gathering in Elko, Nevada. And that's a national and international event, and we've got that talent right here in Angels Camp on
That's
October
amazing.
21st, the day of the festival.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. No, you guys are going to have people from all over. Are you, I see this is probably on Facebook. It is on Facebook. Where else are you advertising
Well,
this?
we start in another week or so, and we will be advertising on Capital Public Radio and the local radio stations and some in the Valley. And we will have a big, I think it's a 2-page, might be a 4-page section in the Lodestar with a lot of the scheduling and stuff, so people will know what's happening. So it's a really big event.
I think people are going to be they're going to be blown away by this. This is huge.
That was the hardest part last year, as being one of the organizers, was not being able to stand and listen to the musicians.
Yeah.
And so it's a good event, and we close most of Main Street, but the event is really downtown, from the Visitors Bureau down to the creek. And another section of it, and I think it's something that families will really be interested in. We have a Gold Rush Village, and it's in the parking lot of the Visitor Center, but it's probably doubling in size this year. They have the organizers or the chairman of that committee have all kinds of things for kids and young people. So we have fence painting, like Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, and that kids get to do that. There's horses to be petted and miniature horses, and they have rope tying and candle making and a thing with doing your laundry with one of the old rub boards and stuff like that. We have last year. I thought the cutest part of the whole thing was they had a whole bunch of metal steers and wooden steers, and they gave the kids lassos, the little kids with lassos, and they were up on these things and trying to rope the steers. And they have branding. Kids get to actually brand a piece of leather and wear it around their neck. So,
is there an age limit on that? I've never done that before. I might want to try that.
No age limit. Come right on in.
Okay.
And we expect to have frog jumping because this year there's enough still water in ponds, and they think they'll be able to have frogs. But that's going to be right up to the last minute in terms of whether they can. But then we have a frog jumping game if the frogs don't show up.
Okay. And those things that you just mentioned, those are free
all
also?
Free, yes. There's a pie eating contest. They're pie eating contests, and there are all kinds of contests for kids too, and those times will be posted and all that.
Are you going to enter that pie eating contest?
I might try it.
Yeah, I might take you on.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is for adults. There's adults and kids pie eating.
That'd be so fun. You mentioned food also. What other kinds of
well, we
vendors are there for food?
we have food trucks and vendors. So we've got everything. We've got tri-tip and bratwurst and hot dogs and hamburgers and tacos and I don't know, the whole gamut there, and mimosas and beer, and then wine booths with opportunity to buy Calaveras wines. That sort of gives you so there's plenty of food.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some sweets. Oh, I know, we have popcorn and kettle corn and Cruiser's ice cream and that sort of thing too. So there's a lot to do and eat. And then we'll have, we think we'll have a honky-tonk piano player in the Gold Rush Village, and we'll have strolling musicians on the sidewalk too.
And we have seating in front of each one of the main stages, so that you can go get whatever beverage you like, and also you can get whatever snack or lunch, whatever food you want, and you can sit down and watch a show. So it's really great. People last year they did this. They walked around and picked out the different shows and sat down and enjoyed them and got up and went over to another show. So it's
very nice.
It's just constantly running, and it's show after show after show, nonstop entertainment.
And all those are posted well, so we make sure we don't miss what we came there to see.
Exactly.
Okay.
It starts at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And it starts with, if you're familiar with Angels Camp, the hill you come down Main Street into the old part, and there's a giant flag, and there'll be Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts.
I saw that American flag parade. So the Boy Scouts will be the ones in the parade.
Yes, well, they'll be carrying. It takes something like 40-some people to carry that flag. So we'll have the city council and also the whole range of the community. Probably the American Legion from Valley Springs. Some of their members will be there carrying the flag down the hill, which is really nice.
That's
then we'll have some patriotic songs and that sort of thing. So not a big parade not a stage where everybody has to get up and give speeches or something like that. Yeah. And then it gets started, and it'll go to 5 o'clock. There is parking, and we will have the big golf cart shuttle bus type things that'll be running from as far north as the Bank of Stockton parking lot, all the way down, say, the Bret Harte High School, St. Patrick's Church, and then along old Route 4, which is now called Vallecito Road at the south end of town.
There's Are they able to accommodate people who maybe have walkers or wheelchairs?
Yes, they have handicap parking right near the Utica Hotel at the south end, and also at Utica Park. And then there'll be a shuttle bus golf cart shuttle to take people down the hill to get them into the main area there. But the neat thing is we have a raffle. Last year we raffled off an almost 5-ounce nugget of gold.
Yeah. Who won that? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Who?
A woman named Ann Woodward, actually from Angels Camp.
How nice.
Yeah, it was Chris that called her on the telephone, and it was great. It was like one of those quiz shows or something on TV. But the raffle is. Those tickets are going out today, and they are $10 a piece. There's a discount. I think you buy 6 for $100, and there will be 6 pure gold nuggets. So it's a fistful of nuggets.
Okay.
And they are valued because they're pure gold, and because apparently there's a higher value than just the spot price put on pure gold nuggets, and they're valued at almost $6,000 for the 6 of them. About 2.6 ounces of pure gold, 22 to 24 karat. The raffle will take place at 4 o'clock that day on the main stage, and if they don't want the gold, because sometimes that's a little hard to take care of or to sell, they in lieu of that they can get $3,000 in cash. And then the second prize, which I would love to win, is a afternoon cruise on the Stanislaus River with none other than Mark Twain.
You get either way you win. Oh, nice.
So for a party of 8, there'll be refreshments and everything, and
plenty of entertainment.
And plenty of entertainment.
Oh, yes.
Your built-in entertainment. So that's the second prize. So
Very
again,
nice.
both things promoting Gold Country and Angels
Are
Camp.
you only selling a certain number of tickets,
We
or
have,
are they
I
sold till they're out?
believe they printed 4,000 tickets.
Okay.
So it's actually not a bad odds there.
Yeah. Oh, that is really fun.
And there'll be tickets, raffle tickets for sale right up till about 10 minutes to 4 on that day. But there also will be available starting next week on raffleriver.com, which is a website, as well as on the MarkTwainWildWest.com, WildWestFest.com.
WildWestFest.com. Okay. Can you also buy them on Facebook, or no? Just
Check. I'm not sure about
Okay.
that. I'm not sure about that. But
Okay.
they're at the Visitor Center. They're at our office.
Okay.
And Stories and Stones and the Nuggets are on display at Firefall Jewelry.
the one at Angels Camp.
In Angels Camp, the
would
Firefall
love to
Jewelry in
see
Angels
that.
Camp. So you can go in and see. And they really are spectacular.
I think I would actually
6
choose the
gold
gold.
nuggets.
I think I would choose that.
Well,
would you?
buy some tickets. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. No, I think I would too.
Yeah.
I think I would too. I'd like to see
And
that.
so you don't have to be there to
No.
win your prize, because you
No.
called the person
We are-
last year.
Well, we're selling tickets worldwide, because on the website they sell worldwide, and we had
Okay.
tickets sold last year from all over the world. So,
You guys are smart. You know what you're doing with
well,
this.
Well,
we
you know,
try.
we had visitors show up last year from Europe and other countries.
Yeah.
And, so it was, our event right away was international, you might say. And yet we had people come in from all over California, the Bay Area, Sacramento.
Nevada.
And then, yes, and then also locally, like Calaveras, Tuolumne, Amador
Yeah.
County. So it was a very interesting mix of all these different people
Right.
at this event,
Right.
all celebrating the history and the lore of this county and Angels Camp.
Yeah. I love that you guys have thought of activities for very young, and you've thought of making the older people comfortable, and you have entertainment for them also, everybody in
Right.
between. That is really a neat thing that you guys have done. That's so neat. Now, you said something that it was going on the night before. What was that about?
Oh, the day before, Manzanita Writers Press, which
Yeah.
is located in downtown Angels Camp. It's the Manzanita Art Emporium. They are putting on a day of event on the 20th, Friday the 20th.
Okay.
And you can go on to manzanitapress.com, I believe it is. It's for a limited audience, maybe 45 or 50 people is all they can handle. So, and you'll be talking that day?
I will. It's a writer's workshop.
It's for
And-
people who are already writers?
Right.
Or
yes.
think they would like to
or maybe
become.
would like to write.
Okay.
And so it's all about creative writing.
Okay.
And one of the subjects we will be talking about is the use of exaggeration in American literature and the literature of the West. And so I'll be talking for about an hour, and I'll use some examples of Mark Twain's stories.
Okay.
But I'll talk about why it was so important for the journalists of that time, 1850 and 1860 in California, to exaggerate and be good at it. It was because there were so many big things out west. Calaveras big trees, the huge falls in Yosemite, the huge waterfalls, gold, discoveries beyond belief. I mean, there were things that they were so large that it took big words and big stories to tell what was going on here in California in the Mother Lode and Angels Camp.
Which is funny, because they actually were so large, but they blew them up even bigger when they told their stories. They didn't really need to, but they
Right.
did. Yeah.
They would use a hyperbolic metaphor, which is just another word for a tall tale.
And you are a pro at that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And Manzanita is also, for this event, is they're putting together a tall tales writing contest for school children. That information will go out via the schools, and there are 3 or 4 themes for different age groups, and kids should write and expand on a tall tale and develop this.
Fun.
And then those that are picked will read them on stage that day and get a prize.
Nice.
So again, it's just encouraging, getting people to really understand and appreciate what went on.
Right.
It wasn't just the gold.
And that is a one time for kids. It is okay to exaggerate your story.
Exactly.
You'll get a prize for it.
And then part of the exaggeration, we also have the Kit Carson men, the Black Powder men, and the Blue Canyon gang will be wandering around town, getting into fights and involving the people, the visitors there. And then we have Flashpoint Productions, which are this group of very bawdy bar girls from the 1800s that will be it was funny to see the look on some men's faces when they came up and made a pass at them and did all sorts of things. But they have a great time and engaging
I'm sure
people
that
are on the street. So those are 2 additional sort of side entertainments that aren't on the stage. So there's a lot going on.
Do you guys have any booths, or maybe I'm thinking of a different event where people can dress up?
I think that there is. Last year we didn't have one, but this year they're planning to do that. And they're also doing a selfie board, which I had to ask this week, what's a selfie board? But someone told me that they had their kids down in the valley, and they had all been took pictures as artichokes. So this is going to probably be a jumping frog, and they'll have an opportunity to take selfies with.
Very cute. And you'll want them to tag themselves at your events where everybody can see them there.
Right.
That is so cute. You guys have so much going on that I'm almost a little concerned that how are you going to top it next year? You have so much.
We have a very creative committee.
You must.
Yes, and I hope that it'll just keep adding to it. And
who else is on your committee?
Well, Debbie Ponte is the co-chair, and she's, I have to say, done most of the work this year. There are about 25 of us.
Wow.
And everybody has their activities, and they're all
you're so lucky.
We're very lucky. And then, but we could use volunteers. Anybody that would like to be there and be part of it, and and has a couple hours that they'd like to spend, they'll get volunteer parking and that sort of thing. If they are there for 4 hours, we give them a free lunch at one of the vendors. So, no, it takes a village to put this on.
Yeah. Do you need any help with anything else, like building? You're mentioning the little village. Do you have people who are building those sorts of things for you?
Well, they apparently have a lot of people that are doing these different things, but volunteers would be used in there. But we have everything from, parking to just patrolling the area, information booths, selling raffle tickets. With the Saddle Queens will be there. Miss Calaveras will be there. So they'll be running around. And anybody that has a vendor that wants to have a booth, just give us a call.
There's still time to do that?
There's still time to do that.
Okay.
Excuse me, last year we found the last 2 weeks is when we got about a third of our vendors.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Scary. But if anybody has a great idea, or they're a musician that fits into that period of time that would like to just play on a street corner and put their violin case or whatever out for
That's
tips,
neat. Okay.
they can get in contact with us. We'd like to see a video of their performance, and we'll stick them out.
That sounds really. Do you have a phone number? What was your phone number?
It's 209-736-1333.
Oh, that's an easy number. Oh, there it is, 736-1333.
333.
And your website, MarkTwainWildWestFest.com. And you're on Facebook, same name. And it's sponsored by the Angels Camp Business Association. And I love it. It says free admission, rain or shine. You guys are going for it all the way. Yeah. Because if we do question that around that time of the year,
Oh, yes.
when it starts to get
Sure.
weather changes a bit, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, is it going to happen?
We'll be there, and if
We'll be there.
it's sunny, we're going to have a great time. And if it's raining, we're going to have
Still
a
gonna
great
have a
time.
great time.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because
You
our
bet.
stages are covered.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we do not need to bring our own chairs or
No.
anything like
No.
that. You
No.
guys have it all
No.
Right.
thought out.
Right.
Okay.
And remember, on the sidewalks of Old Angels Camp,
Yeah.
most of the buildings have awnings.
Oh,
So,
right.
if it's raining, you can just get your food, enjoy the music, and just stand under the awning and watch it rain and listen to the music. So
Oh, gosh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
it'll be good anyway. Any kind of weather, we're prepared, and it's going to be a wagon load of fun
Oh, my
for the entire family.
Yeah. It is. It
Yeah.
is. Are you encouraging any of us to dress up? Or do
Yes,
you not want
that
to-
was my
absolutely.
next thing
Yeah.
I was going to
Okay.
say. Come in costume. We'd love to see. I mean, last year we had a number of people in steampunk costume. Your cowboy, your prospector, anything in between.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
all about celebrating California heritage.
Yeah, and any Mark Twain characters. We love
yeah.
that. Yeah, so
Well,
we
Becky and Tom.
Tom and Huckleberry Finn and
Right.
the whole everybody. So
Okay.
we got. It's fun. We had a lot of people in costume last year,
Oh, that is
so
so
it was great. Just walking around, it was fun.
You guys, great job. We have like 2 minutes left. Is there anything we forgot? We got a lot of info.
Well,
out there.
one thing we do need help with also is getting the word out
Okay.
about this event. People are going to see these posters go up in all the counties here in the next 2 weeks, and we just need everybody's help to get this on Twitter and Facebook, and get
Like
the word
it,
out.
Yeah.
spread it.
Because
Yes.
it's a free event, and what's going to make it great is if we have lots of folks show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharing these on Facebook and Twitter, all of those places, is the best way to go. It's incredible to me. Those things are free. Those free advertising, and it spreads like crazy, and that is the best. That's the best.
Yeah.
Super easy for all of us to do, and we can do that for you.
Okay.
So,
Great.
thank you guys for putting so much work into this sort of thing so we can all enjoy it, because we do, and we learn a lot, like I said earlier. So we appreciate that. And I hear you're coming back later in December, I think, to talk about Christmas.
No, actually, I'm not doing that. Someone else
Okay.
from the Business Association is,
Okay.
because the Christmas parade in Angels Camp is the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend.
okay.
It's a lighted parade.
We'll do it
We
before
have-
then.
Yeah.
You
so-
guys have so much going on. Thank you for everything you do. Well, and thank you guys. I guess we're done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Tammy's Window on Calaveras.